Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today, Cameron and I are going to be working on a Suburban water heater. A gentleman called last week, said the electric side of the water heater was not working. And I coached him through how to turn the gas side on, and he's been happy till now. But we're going to see what's going on with the electric side and see if we can get it going today. I know we got a lot of new subscribers. If you're new to our channel, welcome, and thanks for subscribing. And my name's Kenny. This is Cameron. I'm an old hillbilly that works on RVs. So let's get started on this thing today. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is expose this heating element. Since it's a Suburban water heater, the heating element's right here on the outside of the water heater. 3 little screws with a 1/4-inch hex head. We'll expose that element. Is this thing focusing? Can y'all see all that rust in there? Holy moly. I don't even know if I can. I don't know. That's just crazy. A lot of rust. I don't even know if I can get in there with the meter to check it. I bet them wires is rusted plumb off. Rotted plumb off. Look at that rust in there, Mr. Hatfield. That's the heating element. Yeah. I can't even hardly see the end of it.
Must be a leak or something.
You would think, but it's dry right now.
Yeah.
Well, we got power going to the element. So I'm going to see if I can get them screws out of that element to unhook them wires. And if I can, I may see if I can spin that element out of there. I don't know. I kind of have my doubts, though. That's that looks rough, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to dig them screws out right now out of the rust. Yeah, there ain't nothing left in screws. I don't know if there's enough of that element to even get a socket on. Yeah, there ain't no way them screws are gonna come out. Yeah, them screws ain't gonna come out of the end of that element. It's got 2 screws go right in the end of the element that the wires go under. Yeah, there ain't enough left of them screws to even get a screwdriver in. So I'm just going to take my handy dandy strippers and cut them wires off and see if I can. They make a socket for those, special little, just a light duty socket. I'm going to stick that on there and see if there's enough of that heating element to even get the socket on. I kind of have my doubts. That screw and terminal just fell out of the end of the element when I was cleaning some more rust off. So we got to get this burner tube out of the way so that I can get to that element. So we'll just get this nut off under here that holds the burner tube in, and get this aluminum line loose over here. A lot of times you have to take both ends of this aluminum line loose. Or at least it makes it easier. There we go. Didn't have to take it completely out of the valve, just loosen it up. Just going to inspect the orifice and the burner tube. Everything looks good. Nice and clean. Yeah, let's see if there's anything left for the socket to hang on to in here. Maybe. So I guess we better cut the water off and drain this water here. Then we'll see if we can get that element out of there. All right, so we get the water cut off. Go drain the water heater. So Y'all watch out, don't get splashed. So there's our anode rod. And yeah, I think when an anode rod is working, it's gonna look, you know, like this. That's part of what it's doing, is collecting the chemicals, so that so it doesn't damage the water heater. Yeah, the customer's just asking about this anode rod. It's got a little steel rod that runs down the center. So this one actually looks like brand new. It's not hardly eat away at all. So yeah, this one actually looks awesome. All right, well, we got the water out of it. And we're gonna see if we can get this element out. Yeah, see if we can get this thing loose without me bleeding. It moved. There we go.
That's why I called him easily. Most guys would give up on that.
I had my doubts about whether it was going to come out or not.
But you didn't quit on it.
I seriously had my doubts. Pull that heating element out. Make sure you get the O-ring comes with it, because you don't want that O-ring staying on there. Just going to clean up some of that rust around that hole so that our new O-ring will have a place to seal. And it's not really an O-ring. It's I guess it's a quad ring, but anyhow, it's a rubber gasket. So there's our new one. There's the new seal on it. I had to cut the ring terminals off of these wires, so I'm gonna put a couple new ring terminals on before we put the new element in, because it gives us just a little bit more room right now. I couldn't get my wire strippers in there. It's too tight, so I just had to go old school with my knife, get them wire stripped, crimp our new ends on, put our new element in, go from there. All right, new element's in, just snugged up. Don't go crazy. It's got a rubber gasket on it. Now, Cameron's gonna go around and cut the water on, and we'll make sure we don't have any leaks.
I turned 18 years old over in Vietnam, but I'd already been shot once.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a rough neighborhood.
You did. All right, get the plug back in. Cameron's gonna cut the water on for real this time. And we'll just make sure we don't have any leaks around that new
Go ahead
element.
and turn it on, bud.
He is. He was standing right there listening.
Oh, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's a good kid. He's a good helper.
He seems like he got his head on.
He's a good helper.
It's hard to find that nowadays.
Hard to find a good helper. It really is. Cameron's gonna go inside and open up the lavatory faucet, the hot one, let the air out. I always do that because the kitchen faucet doesn't have an aerator, or the bathroom faucet doesn't have an aerator. The kitchen faucet does. If you're getting the air out through the kitchen faucet, a lot of times you'll stop that little aerator screen up in your kitchen faucet. Then you get to work on the kitchen faucet too. We're gonna try to avoid that today. So we got all the air out of the water heater and the lines, and I'm looking here and looks nice and dry. We'll give it a couple minutes though, just to make sure, and we'll be back. Well, it's been a little bit, not very long, but it looks dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and start hooking the wires back up, and we'll test this bad boy. Got the new element in. It seems to be dry. It is. I got the wires back on it. Now we're going to check power across it. We have power across it, so that means it should be working. A lot of times you can hear them sizzle. There's an air conditioner running right over here, so probably not going to be able to hear it sizzle. Nah, that air conditioner's making too much noise. I have a lot of confidence in this, so I'm just going to put that cover, that little plastic cover, back on over that element, and Probably gonna call this one good. Get the burner tube back in there. Get the brass nut started. Get the other nut started. Now the water heater switch says on. Okay, there we go. All right. She lights on gas. Just wanted to verify that everything was still okay there. So Cameron's gonna cut it off gas now. This is Mr. Hatfield. This gentleman working for. True American hero, right there. True American hero.
I turned 18 years old in Vietnam, had already been shot once. And I'm no hero, because my hair stood up every time I had to go out. I was scared to death, but I went anyway.
That, folks, is what makes a hero. Not some overpriced athlete. Right there. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Well, you ought to have hot water in about a half hour or so, because it'll take a little while. So, if not, you give me a holler later on today.
Yeah, I ain't taking a bath this month anyway.
But yeah, you definitely give me a holler later on if that thing does not make hot water. But a half hour, 45 minutes or so, you ought to have hot water. All right.
I'm gonna let you put them tools up before I pay you. I don't want you throwing them.
Well, there you have it. There's replacing your electric heating element in a Suburban water heater. And just want to thank everybody for watching. And thank you for your continued support. And me and Cameron, we're going to go down the road and fix another one. And y'all have a fantastic day.